Jalisa, last name Bradley.
All right, Jaleesa, just walk me through how you found out that what happened to your daughter on the bus.
Well, yeah, I was at work and my daughter gave me a call saying that the bus just got in an accident. All you could hear is kids screaming, frantic, the bus driver yelling at kids to come back, trying to, I guess gain control of the situation. And she was saying that she was hurt. She hit her face on the back of the seat. She hit her head on the side of the bus wall, and all her belongings was dropping all over the bus. And I asked her what happened. She said it was a man in a car drunk driving and, ran into the bus or was about to run into the bus, and the bus had to swerve and hit a pole. So I immediately left work, came to the scene. I saw the bus. It was in a ditch. The car's in a ditch. They're all, just really messed up. And about 10 kids, I want to say, went to the hospital in 2 different bus loads. They weren't able to tell the parents where the kids were going. I guess they weren't sure. One of the parents was saying some kids went to Grady, some kids went to Eggleston. Even my daughter was saying the guy that got in the drunk guy that got in the accident with them, he was getting out of the car on the stretcher just laughing the whole time. I don't even think he knows what's going on. But, hopefully they're able to, I don't know what they can even do about this situation.
Where's your daughter right now? I know that you said you've been texting with her, right?
Yeah, she got on an ambulance and she's headed to a hospital. I don't know if it'll be Grady or Eggleston. Get there. I'll try to go meet her there, but they were saying different kids based on their situation are going to different places. Like she was telling the ambulance her chest hurt really bad. One guy, his foot, they had to carry him. He couldn't walk. I don't know if he sprang or twisted or broke something. And then before my daughter got on, there was a load of other kids that had previously went. Some of their parents were still out here. But
was the bus full?
The bus was full. They pick up in this neighborhood headed to Salem Middle School in Lithonia on Salem Road, I think in Panola. They get picked up at about 8. I want to say it was about 8:30, 8:45. My daughter called me saying that they didn't even make it to the school. She didn't even know where they were at. Some kids don't have a cell phone, so some parents probably don't even know what's going on.
And no seatbelts on a bus. Right?
No seatbelts. Her eyes are black. Like I ended up taking some pictures. One eye's black. Her whole face is just swollen. Like she didn't leave this morning like that way. So it's just one of those things you can't even prepare for. You want your kids to get to school safe. I don't know if it's best to just start taking your own kids to school, but, you just never know. Even if you was in your car, you might not have been able to dodge, a drunk driver.
I know you've been pacing back and forth.
Yeah.
What is your biggest hope right now?
I just really hope everybody's okay, especially all the kids, even if they're not okay physically, just them being traumatized from this type of situation, not knowing how to brace yourself, not knowing how to prepare for this type of stuff, and just them having to experience a drunk driver, you know what I mean? I think the driver ended up going to the hospital, the drunk driver, so, hopefully they're okay too, but, these kids, it's just getting to school every day is now a challenge to make sure your kids get to school.
You said he was laughing. How does that make you feel?
Just very upset. Like, how can you laugh in this situation, but at the same time, you're so drunk, you probably blacked out. You don't even know. You're going to come to maybe later and realize what you've caused. You're laughing. Probably had a night out last night, because where are you coming from drunk this morning? It's early. Some people said they saw him on the back street just spinning before this happened. Like some people that were walking, catching the MARTA bus, they said they came down here because they saw this car, on the back street further back earlier this morning, just spinning and swerving out of control.
And how old is your daughter?
11 in the 6th grade at Salem Middle School.
Anything else that you want to add? Any other concerns that you have?
I just really hope everybody's safe. Like, hopefully this type of stuff isn't able to happen again. That car, they're taxed at Fulton County, so they're not even probably a resident of DeKalb County. They're taxed at Fulton County, so, you don't even know what somebody's doing over here. They're coming to other neighborhoods starting trouble,
What's the age range on those buses?
Jalisa Bradley.
And how do you spell that?
Jalisa Bradley. The age range it's got to be 11 till about 14. They're 6th to 8th graders going to middle school. So I know they haven't experienced nothing like this. My daughter was so scared, so shaken up. You could hear the bus driver just scared, trying to gather all the kids. This is essentially a main road. It's not like in a neighborhood. So, she's trying to get the kids from running off or running home. And, it could have really been worse,
Well, thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you, guys.